Guys, hello. So Capricorns, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. We're going to jump into a reading that I've wanted to do for a really long time. I'm using an Egyptian deck, the Kemetic Tarot. So I've done a pre-shuffle on this so that I can pick up all the other little subtle nuances. And so we're starting you out with 2 cards. And please be mindful also, my readings are the art of storytelling through symbols. That I am not a fortune teller. I'm not going to divine your future. That's not what I do on my channel. I read stories, and as with all forms of stories and entertainment, we maybe find inspiration. Maybe there's some new food for thought, some new ideas that come out of it. But remember, your destiny is your own. The only person who creates your story of your life is you. I think it's just a wonderful, empowering thing to be reminded of. So that's why I mentioned that today. All right. So here's where we begin with you, Capricorns. We begin with Nebethet. So this is, and it's a hard one for me to say. I'm not going to lie. Because I've seen 2 pronunciations. So forgive me if someone else has a different idea on how to say that. But she's associated with the High Priestess in any other deck. But in particular, she represents almost like the protector or protectress. You notice how she stands in front of these pylons. She's oftentimes like the protector of the entrance to the temple. She represents even like protecting childbirth. She also represents the person who protects travelers on their journey. This is a card where if I were to simplify this, I would say someone's got your back. And it's, if you've needed to know that you can be successful and that life is going maybe the direction it's supposed to go, and that you will be protected even in those difficult moments, and that there is always another brighter day ahead. This is the card that says, I've got your back. So very nice energy to begin with. Now, the bottom of the deck, and I did this because what I wanted in this reading to do was to take a look at whatever the major was that popped out for you, and then what is underneath the deck, because to me this is the foundation, or this is our motive. So this is basically where we can plant our feet. So what is it that we can use as a foundation to then launch ourselves forward from? Well, what's really nice is that you've got the 6 of Swords. This is, you're already moving forward. But most importantly, what we see is, you notice how this mother is protecting her child. So I don't know, that might be, when I speak of children, I speak of anything that you nurture. This could be your business. This could be your relationships. This could be, your pets. This could be your home that you're, revamping. This could be any of those things, anything that you give time, attention to. And you notice how there is a storm off to the side, but she knows that she's going to be okay as long as she sticks to the path. As long as she stays on the path, that storm's not going to affect her. So it really is having that confidence, that belief, that certainty that, you know what, it's going to be okay, because I'm going to protect the things that are important to me, my dreams, my hopes, my goals, and I'm going to continue on to achieve those dreams and goals. And I'm going to trust that my dreams and my goals and the things that I want in life, they in turn are also being protected, kind of like by the universe. So we've got this really lovely kind of woven story so far of protection, which I think is such a that's a nice thought, isn't it? So let's go ahead and take a look at what does that mean for Capricorn? If Capricorn's story begins with an element of sticking to the path, I think is also important. Sticking to the dream, the goal, trusting in your skill set, trusting that your abilities will be recognized, that you will achieve the successes that you want, that even despite these turbulent times, these ups and downs, there is an element where, if you're always trying to do your best and you're putting in your energy and you persevere, you have something really positive. Wow. Really positive. So there is an element here of divine timing before you get the new start, but you've got a twin flame card. You've got the 2 of Cups. For some of you, this could be all about coming back together with a twin flame, someone that you love dearly, someone who you have been out of sync with. It hasn't been time to come together yet, but there will be a new beginning. Even talking about when that new beginning is coming, that might not be a timeline that is set yet. You see the cricket. So we may have crickets right now. This could represent that, because we're talking about even protection of travelers on their journey, perhaps some of you are feeling like, well, will I meet that achievement of the goal, the dream that I have? Will I arrive there at being back in the arms of my love, or my love being back in my arms? This says yes. This would actually say, even though maybe there's difficulties toward coming together, maybe it is about a journey, about travel, about distance, it isn't time yet. There's not opportunity to come together yet, but a new beginning awaits. In the meantime, this new beginning also has to do with continuing to work on things. You see all the pentacles around there with that Ace of Pentacles. Some of you, you're having opportunity to, I'm going to say, like I said, keep your eye on the path, keep your eye on the prize. This, that Six of Swords that we saw, that could also represent someone else, not just you. Maybe someone else is like trying to achieve something in their life to get back to you. Maybe they've had to fix themselves. Maybe they've had to, whatever it was, get into a healthier frame of mind, getting to a healthier place in their life or in themselves. But they've been moving toward that all along. Six of Swords in the reverse, King of Swords in the reverse. So you may not be aware of this. You may think, I can only move forward in my life. I don't know that a twin flame is coming back. I imagine that they're still out there in silence, avoiding me, or they're not making any progress in their life. They haven't told me about it, so I don't know about it. To have the Six of Swords in the reverse, but the King of Swords in the reverse. This is silence. Silence in regards to the work someone is putting in. So we do still see silence in this reading. But again, the beginning of this storyline talks about there is a protection. Maybe there's even a protection that you're not supposed to know. Not every journey is wow. And now we have a Queen of Swords in the reverse. So we have a matched pair. Extremely intellectual, extremely logical people, extremely also this could actually be somebody who's dealing with issues in regards to their parents. They could be very immersed in family things that they haven't discussed, like, hey, I've got all this other stuff going on. This is something that is taking my time and attention right now. I can't focus on my own relationship. Maybe somebody's I see this could be parents, as a couple here. Could be elderly parents that they're tending to, caring for, things that are keeping them stuck though. But this could also still just be the silence that exists between two twins, a perfect, beautiful match. And neither knows that the other one is actually, look, what I'm going to say is this is the sweetest story of, I am motivated to improve my life because I think of you. And I think, instead of being apart in bitterness and in sorrow, it's like, I care about that person. They're not here right now, but if I were with that person, I would want my life to be super successful, and so that I can enjoy all the successes with that person. So, I'm going to keep working really hard on my own life. So it's almost like they become a good motive for you, even though you may not be saying that to them, and vice versa. So I can read that in two different ways. Neither person is admitting that they are working on themselves, and neither person has necessarily moved on from each other in this either. If anything, I think there's a lot of time and attention being given to improving circumstances, improving life, improving, what do we get? The Magician in the upright, Empress in the reverse. This is very, very much about, I'm going to manifest this. I'm going to do this. That's what I feel like there's a determination in this reading, a determination. And I don't feel like it's easy. Whatever somebody's going through, it does not seem to be very easy. With the Empress in the reverse, this can talk about us needing to feel really good about ourselves. This is Libra or Taurus energy. This is Virgo, Gemini energy. But I feel like this is a story, and this could also be like a kind of a smothering, mothering energy that's very holding on tight to someone. This can also be sometimes an ex, oftentimes an ex-wife that is holding on tightly, and someone is trying to manifest moving on from that, and could be being held back. But the thing is, the magician will still be able to produce a new life. They will. So even if there's obstacles, even if there's delays, I feel like this is an interesting story where two people are still moving back together, neither one telling the other one. Both are doing the things that they need to simplify their lives, to strengthen their lives, to strengthen their foundation of who they are, moving away from things that were unhealthy, toxic, negative, patterns in their life, behaviors, people, situations, whatever it was. Both people have been slowly like following the path that keeps moving them into a healthier version of themselves. But I feel like it's all in order to finally come together and meet each other again. This to me feels like it's the universe is kind of like cheering for you, like, yes, keep going, keep making those good choices, keep moving toward happiness, toward health, and this is all about personal journey first in this story. That's what I see here. King of Coins. Oh, Capricorns, you got it going on. Your journey is, I feel like you guys are about at the top of a mountain that you've been climbing ever so slowly, but so certainly. And I feel like it's been a zigzagging path. You know, if you've ever driven up a steep mountain on those hairpin turns that go zigzagging up and across the mountain, I feel like that's what you have done. And you are arriving at the top of a mountain. What are you going to see when you get there? And I feel like this is that personal journey of all the work that you've done on yourself. You haven't lost faith or lost hope or lost belief that things will work out the way they're supposed to. I love this. Two of Wands in the reverse. What do you see when you get to the top? Yeah, I made the right choice, didn't I? Yeah, I sure did. I took the hard road. I took the honorable road. I took the road that I really asked myself, what do I want my future to look like? Well, then all I can do is move toward that. So this would be an example of like, you didn't choose to settle. Even though to get to where you want to go in life, you knew it was going to be a long road, you chose to take the long road. You looked at a mountain, you said, oh man, that's a big old mountain. But my alternate is to stay here in this valley. I don't want to stay in this valley. I need to get to the top of that mountain, and then I can decide what to do next. Is it going to be worth it? What if I get to the top of the mountain and I don't see anything better once I get that clearer view? Oh, but you do see something better. This is like, you're not disappointed by the choices you've been making. Whatever you've been doing, sorry guys, it's way too many cards. Hold on. Whatever you've been doing, you are coming to the pinnacle and you are able to clearly see all these choices for you. And it's really exciting. It's really beautiful. As I say, you're coming to the top of a mountain. So to have the Six of Wands, you feel good about you too. No wonder the two of you have been in separation. It's because this is where you needed to get to first. To be your healthiest, most successful version of yourself. This was something that the universe like gave you the space to do some things maybe solo first. So being in separation has not been an issue, not really. And I feel like you know that now. There's something to celebrate. I hope you take a chance and celebrate if this is resonating, because you've achieved something. You may not have stopped and recognized what you've achieved, so it might be a good time to do that. Again, we've got this Empress in the reverse. There is still, tell me about that Empress in the reverse. Twice now. I feel like somebody sees you doing really well and they're not so happy. Oh, so for some of you, you have recognized who you don't want to be in a commitment with. Some of you might have overcome a big heartbreak from maybe it was someone that you had a huge, profound connection to, but you realize that's not my forever person. My twin flame is somebody else. I've even met my twin flame, but now I've needed to get myself free of, it could be a karmic. It's something where you are now realizing what you feel so heroic over is you left a situation behind. You no longer feel the pang or the pull to return to that old situation. The thing that used to drag on you and pull you down, you don't let that into your life. Now, this could have been anything. It doesn't have to be. This could have been a dream or a goal that you'd set for yourself. And, you're like, oh man, that's such a big goal. I'll never get there. This could have been a lack of self-worth where you kept, punishing yourself, saying, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. And that's what you're not going to give any more energy to. You've gone beyond that. You've grown beyond it. If you had set some goal for yourself and always felt like, man, I never got there. I still haven't achieved it. Something is shifting inside of you where you're like, wait a second, that old goal that I had, that wouldn't have suited me in who I am today anyway. So it's okay that I didn't get to do that. This could be for those of you who set a really high bar for yourself. Like say you're like, oh, I want to be in the NBA. Okay. And maybe you tried and you didn't get picked up by the NBA, but it turns out, you know what? That's not actually what I want to do anyway. In fact, in all this time, I've had a great time, but I also have developed some other area of my life. And guess what? I'm a filmmaker instead. I'm so glad I'm not in the NBA. I'm so glad I have all this creative, amazing energy that I can put into this other project, because that's a skill set that the universe wanted you to develop and use. This could be the way you change from one goal that maybe you punished yourself and felt like I wasn't good enough to reach that goal. Now you're like, wait a second, it's because I had other goals that I'm supposed to meet that are way above and beyond the one I'd set for myself. So it could be that. But for some of you, it could also simply be that no, you no longer are pining for an ex that at one point in time was like the person who had so much control over you. Remember when I said, I hope you celebrate something? 9 of Cups. You have a sense of freedom and a sense of happiness coming in for you right now that is just remarkable. This is such a breath of fresh air. This is so much happiness. This is so much like liberation and libations. You're able to really like, I don't know. I see some of you, even though there's this twin flame journey that's somewhere in the back of your mind, part of your journey was to let go of other things that were maybe dragging you down. Now celebrate how far you've come, celebrate your contentedness, your happiness. And now what? What comes next after that? And along this whole path, even in the things that you didn't get in life turn out to be the things that they wouldn't have suited you. They wouldn't have been a part of your life after all. That goes back to that very first card where you've kind of been protected all the way. Wow. All the way. And here you are now having that reconciliation with perhaps the true twin flame. I feel like in this reading, you already know who your twin flame is. In this reading, some of you already know exactly who they are, who they've always been, but you never feel like it's almost one of those stories where you never actually got to be with your twin flame. Timing was wrong. Things to be done, needed to be worked on. And it's just now coming around to where, oh my gosh, I'm at the top of that mountain. I made it. And now you can see your twin flame really easy. In fact, we're up above the clouds in this, aren't we? Almost like you would be if you climbed to the top of a mountain. You're way up high, real close to, the source or the creator, real close to the sun. There is something so beautiful about this. I feel like you guys are seeing things with really clear vision right now. You know what is possible now. And I really feel like you know what is possible because you have the star card and it's in the reverse. And in my reads, when I see star in the reverse, what I see is the universe gifted you something in an unexpected way. All the time it's taken to get to this point in life, all the time it's taken to be able to now have the perfect match or the perfect, success in your life. It was something you didn't think was going to happen. It's something that I feel like it is an unexpected way in which, possibly even an unexpected way in which you and your twin flame come back together. Sorry, this is going to get long, but I just kind of want to see, what does that mean? Why do I feel like it's an unexpected manner in which you and your twin flame come together? Ooh, devil in the reverse. Boy, timing all of a sudden speeds up here. No more blockages. And of course, Capricorn, this you, but you notice how we have the Fool card here sitting on the, what do you call that? Hourglass. I almost feel like there's going to be a sudden thing that happens, a sudden set of circumstances that pops up. It has to do with, timing, Queen of Swords, truth, clarity, boundaries, breaking boundaries, putting up the boundaries, but making a gate so we can walk through boundaries. It's time to speak a truth, is how I feel. This could also be that somebody, wow, the World card, that's you again, and the Three of Wands. Some of you, it is now time to go see your person. You're going to receive a message from them, or they're going to receive a message for you. Keep in mind, it could be flip-flopped energy, any direction, right? If you're at the top of a mountain feeling successful, it may also be that all of a sudden, just when you're in an area where there is cell phone reception, and I almost feel like you're going to get to the top of a mountain and you're going to bring some celebratory drink. I feel like there's a moment that you have set for yourself where you're celebrating something. You're sitting with friends, or you're, like I said, you hike to the top of a mountain, and that mountain is symbolic for you. You go do something and you bring something with you to celebrate with, like a little bubbly at the top of a mountain, and you go, ta-da, I made it. But it represents so much more than just a hike, right? And at that very same moment, it's like you make this decision. Okay, I can see clearly. What I want to do next is I want to have that reconciliation. And by the time you maybe hike back down, all of a sudden, it's either someone is reaching out to you or you are reaching out to them with truth, with clarity, with respect. This is excellent dialogue. This is conversation, or this is, okay, I now know I'm ready to say what I want to say. But I feel like it wants to be said in person. The World card, I mean, this person is like, ta-da! I keep seeing this success. I keep seeing this sense of, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. The next phase of my life can begin. And do you notice how, once again, we kind of have the Fool, but standing on the hourglass? It's always been about time for you. We saw that in the very, very, very beginning. Everything has been about time. I'm not really sure why. 6. I don't know if maybe this is like October 6th. Maybe this is 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., 6 a.m. I don't know. 6 could be important here, because that's the time that's on that clock. But we see time show up 3 times in this reading. And this Three of Wands, it's like you're waiting for somebody to come back to you, or you are getting on that ship or that boat or that plane, and you are going to them. We keep seeing something about being up in the sky. So to me, it looks like flight. To me, all of this looks like, whatever the imagery is of, mountains, and the imagery of, stars, and the imagery of up above the clouds. We see that 3 times. There is something very exciting. This is a brand new beginning. This is a brand new life. Some of you are going to move to be with your person. Some of you are going to have somebody who moves to be with you. But whatever this is, it all comes together at a moment in time. What an incredible reading. I absolutely love your reading. And the fact that you showed up twice in it, it's extremely satisfying for you. It's not like what the universe is just randomly going to do to you. It's what you have prepped for. It's the fact that I feel like some of you did the honorable thing. You handled your business in a really super honorable way. And now the universe is like, excellent, here's your reward. You get everything that you wanted, including a new life. The love of your life, a new adventurous life, new opportunities. Oh, I'm so excited for you guys. So that's what I have for you. I'm going to leave this here. I wish you guys nothing but happiness and success in whatever you call in for you. Bye.